Good evening, one and all. Now we are going to see our 10th experiment. That is how the reading and writing operations can be done in a binary file. But here we are using the structure concept in order to read and write the data into a binary file. Here I have mentioned the algorithm. We are starting the program and we are defining a structure. You might know that there are three elements of structure, known as declaration, definition, and creating a memory access object. So we are defining a structure here and then writing a data to a binary file. This one with that algorithm, open a binary file using fopen in write binary mode. If it is a plain text, means simply we will be writing as W for writing mode. Here if we are going to do certain process inside a binary file. So writing inside a binary file means what is the mode that we have to use? WB, that is write binary mode. And here we are use fwrite to write the data. Use fwrite. In the last statement, in the last program, we have written as f get c and f put c. Try to have some comparison. If it is a text file, we will be declaring f get c and f put c. If it is a binary file, we are moving on with the keyword called fwrite to write the data into a file. And to close the file, we are using the same fclose. And read data from binary file means we are opening the file in accessing mode called RB, which means read binary mode. And then to read the data from the file, we are using fread. Okay? If the reading operation is over and it has been returned to a binary file means we will be closing that file. Then stop the process. Now we are going to see the C program. First we are moving on with the header file #include stdio.h and then a string. And at first itself I said that our aim is to read the content from binary file to write the content into another binary file. For that here we are moving on with the structures. If it is a structure concept, you may have seen earlier, we have to use the keyword called struct. And the student means structure name. Struct is a keyword which should not get changed. And student, this is an identifier we can give as per our wish. After declaring structure name, and it has to be open with open curly brace. And why we are using this structure means if it is of array or string, we can use only the specified data type. But using the structure concept, we can use all the set of data types and we can get all the inputs at a time. That's why we are moving on with the structures. So I'm using a keyword called struct. This is a structure named student and open curly brace. The first data that I'm going to get is the roll number of the student. If it is of roll number, it will be an integer data type. That's why I have preferred a data type called int roll number. And then next data type is name of the student. If it is a name, it contains a set of characters, that is strings. So we have declared a data type called char name, and memory array size has been mentioned as 50. And the third data is mark of the student. Mostly the mark will be in floating point, decimal values. So we are declaring a data type float mark. And here the open curly brace has been closed, and for sure it has to end with a semicolon. After declaring the structure, I am moving on with the main function int main and open curly brace. as I said in the last program, file and the pointer, address of the particular file. Again, what I am doing is struct student. This is called object. Object has been created. Object has been created. So this object has been created and I have given the input for all the data type that has been declared here. First one is roll number. So I have specified as 1. Second is name. It has been given as John. And third one is Mark. It has been mentioned as 85.5. Kindly note down the input statements that we have given. For all the values, simply we have given a value. If it is of a character or set of characters, then it has to be enclosed with a double quotation. If it is a single character, it has to be enclosed with a single quote. If it is a group of character, it has to be enclosed with a double quote. So here we have given the input for the first object called student and second object struct student student2. This is the second object that we have created. Now what we are going to do is the first created object has been initialized with the set of input values. Those data will be copied, will be returned to the second creator object called student2. So file is equal to f open students dot dat. File is equal to f open. Here I am opening the file called students. In the last program you might have noticed that I have specified as .txt because that is a text file. So I have specified as .txt. This is a binary file, so I have specified as .dat. And then writing into a file. If file is null, in the last program we have mentioned as print f. But here we have specified as p error, which will print as error opening file. If the condition is true, it will print as error opening file and return 1. The process will be wind down here. Then what we are doing is we are going to write which contains this ampersand symbol means which contains the address of student1. This is an object which contains the roll number, name and mark of the student. So this symbol represents the address of the particular object. So it will read the data. And what is the size of struct student represent means which mentions the memory allocation, memory bytes. And 1 means one item has to be preferred at that time. If it is of reading operation, one item has to be preferred. If it is of writing operation, the one item has to be preferred. And file which contains the location. After completing this process, can close and printf data returned to file successfully. So the file has been, the data that has been existing in student1 has been returned to the file successfully. Again I am moving on with the file to open students.dat. Read the file. What we have written in the file should be read. Again, if file is equal to null, if the condition is true, it will print as error opening. If the condition is true, it will print as error opening, return 1, and the process will be stopped, terminated here. condition is false, the data that has been returned will be read, and this is of memory location. One item will be read at a time, which has been stored at the location file. Okay? The process has been completed, so we have closed the file here. After closing the file, the data that has been returned to one object and read from another object will be printed as an output here. Printf, data read from file. Printf, first one is roll number. First one is roll number. Here you might have noticed that student2 dot roll number has been specified. This is the format that we have to follow while we are declaring the structure concept inside the program. So student2, that is object 2 dot first data type, printf name. This ampersand yes represent means set of characters, encloses with the double quotation, student2 dot name, and third one is mark. So all the three things will be displayed as an output here. See here, before printing the output, we will be closing the open files also. So all the necessary data will be printed as an output, and we are returning the process and terminating the program here. That's all of reading and writing the data. Here I have specified the sample output, data returned to file successfully, data read from file, roll number 1, name, John, marks 85.50. These are all the data that we have given in the object called student1, but we have received these set of data from the object student2. So we have read from student1 and return to student2. That student2 object has been displayed as an output here. That's all of binary program. In case of any doubt, kindly post the message in the comment section. I will call you back. Thank you.